The Memphits are basically mean-spirited tricksters that dwell in the elemental planes. There's actually like 6 different varieties, and they all resemble that of halfling-sized gargoyles, with wings and exaggerated features and bodies composed of 2 different elements, usually combined. And most are very self-centered, as well as live like with a warped sense of humor and or overblown ego from their elemental planes that they get. They sometimes serve as messengers as well as spies for genies and other magic casters. And they usually go ahead and resent one of the 2 extremes of their elemental like existence. So keep that in mind as well. So we're going to go ahead and look at their stat block of the specifically the dust mephit, which is made up of air and earth. So it's a combination of those two, and they draw from the Forsaken Places, and they usually think like everything is associated with death is hilarious apparently. So we're gonna look at that stat block. So first off, we can go and see that they're not too crazy. They have 12 AC, 17 hit points, 30-foot movement, 30-foot flying. They are a CR 1/2. They also have a death burst, which is kind of crazy, which does an average 5 bludgeoning to each creature around it. So if you guys have a bunch of these together, I want to point out they would go ahead and like cause a chain reaction. They are vulnerable to fire, though. Keep that in mind. They also have claw attack that does a D4, a blinding breath that is DC 10, so it's not that high, but does called blind, which is a very strong ability, let me tell you. And then they also just have sleep they can cast once per day, which is pretty So guys, I would actually suggest using these at first level, especially if you're going to have like elementals or magic casters being your major enemy in your campaign. So they're pretty good for that. I'd only use probably 1 or 2 max. It depends on how hard you want the campaign to be, just because sleep will go ahead and wreck the party, assuming they don't have like anything to prevent that, like a lot of HP. Overall, I definitely think they're pretty crazy and pretty cool.